Okay, this is Professor Vegi Maheshwara working in the Department of Chemistry, the University of Dodoma. So, in this module, we are going to learn about general instrumentation of atomic spectroscopic instruments for elementary analysis. Those are atomic absorption spectrometer, atomic emission, and atomic fluorescence spectrometers. What are the learning objectives of this lesson? Learning objectives are by the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe the functions of different parts of these instruments, and for this purpose you need a notebook, pen and pencil to draw also the block diagrams. So let me ask you a question. You need to think and write about it. So guess the missing part of an instrument. So I will give you a sketch. I will send it to you by email and you need to guess the missing part of the instrument. Now we are going to discuss about general instrumentation. So here in front of you there is a block diagram. In this block diagram you can see different parts. So here there is a rectangle, dotted rectangle, in which there are five parts: nebulizer, flame, monochromator, detector and readout. These five parts are belongs to atomic emission spectrometer. That means in atomic emission spectrometer, we don't need line source and we don't need also line source for atomic emission spectrometer. But whereas for atomic absorption and atomic fluorescence spectrometer, we need line source. But there is difference in the arrangement. Line source for atomic absorption spectrometer is in line with the detector and monochromator. Whereas for atomic fluorescence spectrometer, line source is arranged perpendicular to the monochromator and detector, as you can observe from the block diagram. So this block diagram gives the block diagram of three instruments. The instrumental parts of atomic emission spectrometer is present in this dotted rectangle, and in addition to these five parts, if you add this line source of AAS, that is for AAS, and line source if it is arranged perpendicular, that is for AFS. So now same thing I am going to show you in more detail. The previous one is block diagram and this one is having complete detailing about those parts. You can see here this is nebulizer burner system, as you can see here, nebulizer. And what is the purpose of this nebulizer? The purpose of this nebulizer is to take the sample to the flame. And here what is happening in the flame? I already explained what is happening in the flame in the previous class. So in the flame, the atomization and excitation takes place. So if it is thermal excitation, atomic emission spectrometer, and if it is radiant excitation, see for example here there is hollow cathode lamp. This is a lamp, radiation source. And when we have radiation source in line with the monochromator and detector, this is atomic absorption spectrometer. That means this is purely atomic absorption spectrometer. So here there is what is the function of monochromator? The function of monochromator is to select the required wavelength for a particular element. And there is a detector. And what is this detector? Photodetector. Photodetector means the detector which will detect the radiation and convert the detector signal into electrical signal. And that electrical signal will be converted into the final output in this way, in the which you can see in the monitor. And by drawing a calibration graph, you will be able to determine the concentration. You can see here in the monitor, concentration is equal to 0.198 for a given element. Okay, so this is real instrument picture. Here this is the sample where we will have to put the sample, and here there is flame. You can see also the flame by opening this one, and here there is a operation piece, and there will be detector on the other side for the detection of the elements. And this is very sophisticated instrument. You should not move harshly. You need to handle very smoothly. Now I am giving you certain activities based on this lesson. Match the part to its function. So I am giving you the matching items. You need to match the part to its function. You need to draw a diagram, label diagram, and explain. When the instrument fails, what you need to do. You need to explain about that one also. These are the learning activities you need to do on your notebook, and you submit to me by tomorrow. And assessment also the same. I'm giving you certain questions based on a concept which I taught to you now. List any five main parts of atomic fluorescence spectrometer. State the function of monochromator in these instruments. Identify the component that convert light energy into electrical signal. Draw and label the main parts of AAS and write one function of each. This marks the end of this lesson. In the next lesson, you will learn more details about each part of the instrument. For example, now if you see the block diagram, here you are seeing flame. So we need to learn about the flame. We need to learn about nebulizer. We need to learn about monochromator and detector, and also we need to learn about the line source. So like this, we are going to learn about each part of the instrument in more detail the next class. Thank you very much. This marks the end of today's session.